Welcome to another episode of the Local Lifestyle Podcast, brought to you by TLC Properties. Today, we are joined by the Caped Crusader, a.k.a. World's Greatest Detective, a.k.a. the Dark Knight. He relies on his martial arts skills, detective skills, physical strength, intellect, a wealth, especially technology, and faces the criminals in Gotham City and even the 417. He does good deeds in Southwest Missouri. Our special guest is no other than Springfield's Batman.
Welcome,
Batman.
How's it going?
Hello, Batman. Thank you very much to take time out of your busy schedule. I mean,
yes,
there is definitely a lot going on in your life.
there is.
Yes, a man of few words is what I've been told before we got him in here. It took a lot to get Batman here. So, once again, thank you. I mean, you flew in fast, your Batmobile.
We put up the bat sign in the sky.
Yeah, here in 417.
So here you are.
And
No
you showed
dangers
up.
around, but
Yeah.
maybe Cuervo.
No, not me.
First.
Safety first. Did you wear a seatbelt here, though? Do you have a seatbelt in?
It's called a harness.
A harness. Well, we learn something new every day. All right, so most of Springfield they have to be aware
They've heard of you.
that you exist. You're not like Santa Claus, where, or are you like Santa Claus? We know, but not supposed to know.
I mean, some people have heard of me.
Some people.
Maybe the villains, the bad guys.
The villains, they know where I am.
The
At
villains.
least I know where they're at.
Well, good. I mean, that makes me feel safe. I sleep better at night.
Who are the villains of Springfield?
That's for me to know.
Yeah,
you
and us
can
to never find out.
So what makes you get up every morning and strap those boots on your feet and just walk out being Batman? What do you do?
Springfield Batman
Yeah.
specifically.
Springfield Batman 417.
Just trying to get involved in the community and give back to the community and help out where I can.
Oh. Now, do you have like a personal assistant, an Alfred, would you say? Do you have that? Is it?
I wish that would make life way easier.
In the Batcave.
I have an iPhone. I have a Siri. Siri's my
helps.
Alfred.
I wonder if it'd talk back to you in the bat voice. How can I help you?
Can you do that?
No,
I've never thought about it.
it probably wouldn't respond.
Huh.
But I don't know.
Well, okay. Well, okay. So, Lance, I mean, I want to know. I want to know from Batman,
I wanna
Springfield
know,
Batman
yes.
himself. How did this all start? How did Batman come to be?
Well, when I was, I'd say probably 2006, I made my first bat suit. It was the Michael Keaton suit.
The intro we had was
No
that.
one can just make a bat suit, too.
Yeah.
That takes some
I
skill.
used to do upholstery on cars, and so I decided one day I was going to make a bat suit. Funny story with that is before I made it, it was a toss-up between Batman or Darth Vader.
So wait,
Oh.
you're telling me this like you had an option to go with they're both dark,
Dark side.
Yeah.
but one is kind of good and the other kind of evil.
Yeah, I think I made the right choice.
Yes, I think you did. Okay, real quick, just side note here because I did not know that. That's something new.
That's awesome.
What would Darth Vader have done? Probably still good, but I
Yeah.
mean,
Probably wouldn't do what I do now.
you kind of help children now, and
Yeah.
there's a part in those movies where a young Darth Vader doesn't necessarily help children.
Yeah,
If you've seen
I
those
think I'd be
movies.
sending the wrong message.
yeah, the wrong vibe. So, with going around and helping and doing good for the city, and I take a pleasure saying that I've met Batman years ago.
Me too.
It's pretty cool to know that you got a guy like this in town.
Yeah.
And you can say, I mean, I know we're not foes. I don't want to find you in a dark alleyway. I've seen how those movies work out.
He looks
Batman.
like a villain, like I said.
Yeah, like
but
it's the widow's peak in my eyebrows. I
yeah,
can't
the-
help it.
The black shirt and just the
I
hair.
couldn't find my Batman shirt today. I think my girlfriend may have misplaced it. Batman, does that ever happen to you?
No.
Well, all right.
So I did run a background check on you before you came over.
okay.
Just to make sure.
World's greatest detective.
Yeah.
What does Batman do? I mean, obviously, besides fight crime in Springfield and Gotham City, what are the good deeds that Batman does here in Springfield?
Well, on Wednesdays now, I go to the hospitals, go to Cox Hospital, and visit the kids in the children's wing that they had built. I think they built it a few years back, but I go there on Wednesdays. We did switch over, and now it's Zoom meetings with the way they've changed the rules and everything. So
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, COVID.
So when you go in, what are the initial reactions that you get from the families and the children, obviously?
They're usually shocked. You'll have parents they'll ask, hey, we have Batman here to visit your child, and they're like, oh no, they're fine. And then
They see
before
ya.
I walk off, I'll walk across by the door, and they're like, no, wait, come back, because I think they're expecting a cheesy Adam West bat
yeah.
suit,
Yeah.
and then they realize it's they think it's the real deal walking by, and
Yeah.
they immediately call me back in the room.
Yeah, I mean, they're not getting any of this.
No.
Batman.
Oh my God, that's Christian Bale.
Yeah. So I can see it. You walking down the hall with somebody saying, no, we're fine. We really appreciate it. But then I've seen you walk before, and that cape, it picks up that air, and it's just, like
It's all about the cape.
he's not even walking. He's floating. I don't know if you knew that about Batman. Would you call it floating, or is it just a high speed
It's more gliding.
gliding?
Yeah.
I like that. I want to
People always
glide.
ask, hey, can you fly? And I'm like, no, I glide.
Now, wasn't there? Now, Batman, you've been around long enough. This is totally off topic, but there was the glide. You remember that? It was like the workout thing where you put on little booties and you like slid. It was in the movie Heavyweights. I don't know if you watch movies,
I know what
Batman.
you're talking about, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Did you ever do that to get the legs going for all the physical activity that you do around town?
I mean, I can't let my secrets out, but yes.
Did you ever have a thigh master?
Do I have to answer that one too?
No,
No,
you
you
don't.
don't have to
I mean,
answer
can't
that.
you just look at my thighs and know?
You can't see him from here, but we saw him walk
Call
in.
those thunder thighs.
His thunder thighs. You're welcome for that one.
But I have to ask, are you a Marvel or DC guy?
What?
I got a lot of cheers for that one. Oh, crickets now. Okay. Self-explanatory.
Did you just ask that?
Yeah, sorry.
Are you
I'll
a
see my
Star
way
Wars
out.
guy and all that?
Don't you have somewhere you need to be right now?
Please don't make him escort you out of
I
here.
know.
It cost us a lot of money to get Batman in here.
Put me in bat jail.
So, Batman, I'm guessing this is not your only suit because what's behind me is another one.
That's the Ben Affleck suit right behind you.
The Ben Affleck suit. I think that's the one I first maybe met you in. So,
Nope.
No? Was it this one?
It's probably the Christian Bale one that I'm wearing.
Okay.
This is the OG.
The OG. A guy of this stature. The Batman himself is standing right in front of me. I feel like it's a celebrity. I loved Batman as a kid.
Me
It was
too.
one of my
Me too.
favorite characters. Now, a guy like you, I would imagine, has one key for your Batmobile.
Yeah.
A key to your heart that no
Yeah.
woman's going to get. I mean, you got to keep that stuff secret.
Yeah.
Now, do you have
Share
a
that.
key? How do you get in and out of places without breaking and entering?
Oh, you mean like this? The key
That-
to the
Oh, that's
city?
a key.
That's a key to the city.
Yes. Thank you.
How did you get that?
I've been holding it this whole time.
That's a big key. That gets it's a lot of power.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that was awarded
See
by
this thing.
The mayor.
the mayor.
Mayor of Springfield.
The mayor of Springfield got the key to the city.
2014.
2014. That's huge, man. I mean, that shows right there because they don't just give a key out to anybody.
No, you've got to be.
You gotta
doing some
earn
good
that.
deeds for that.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, what does a future hold for Springfield Batman?
With everything going on, I'm just going to continue, flying under the radar and
No pun intended.
Gliding under the radar.
Cheers to that.
Okay.
Glide under it. Glide under it.
I still do my thing on Wednesdays, and I don't really advertise it. I just
Kinda
keep
show
going to the
up.
hospital, and I enjoy it. There's days like anybody has in their life that they're like, oh, it's Wednesday and I'm tired, I'm off work, and I'd rather just sit around and relax. But after you suit up and make the rounds with the kids, and they pass the computer around, and I get to visit with all of them, and just after it's all said and done, why you did it. It's just getting
it's got to make it all worth it, right?
Yeah, getting the kids' minds off of why they're in the hospital and why they're really there, and just to cheer them up. And I've had parents message me and say that hey, my kid's been here for 3 or 4 days, and this is the first time they've smiled and they've asked about you, ever since ever since they saw you. So it's
that makes me almost
rewarding,
emotional.
and I try not to. I'm not doing it for myself. I'm doing it for
others.
Yeah, for others.
And that's a very Batman thing to do.
I can see why you got the key to the city. Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, that's amazing. I was in hospitals as a kid, but I mean, it was more for like a door falling on my head. Either way, yeah, I had 2 major concussions in my life before the age of 10.
It shows.
It's one of those where I've had the privilege of going there to like the NICU and stuff. And then working with the radio station, CMN, all that kind of stuff, and kind of going in there and seeing that. And it's awesome to know that something like this exists, that you do this out of the goodness of your heart, and it's just like, like I said, a very Batman thing to do. Like you said, the small, that little smile, that joy that you're bringing to these kids that's something they're never going to forget.
It would bring me joy. And I'm an adult.
I mean, I've got Batman standing in front of me right
know,
now.
yeah.
I mean, what more joy do I need?
Exactly.
And
Life's gonna have to step it up.
Yeah.
I was going to say, as a child growing up, I was born half deaf, and I was life flighted from Fort Hood, Texas, to San Antonio, and was in the hospital for a month, before I got to be sent home. But when they found out later I was half deaf, and then I've had chronic migraines since I can remember, and I still have terrible migraines that I really don't have control over. And so there was a lot of being on a military post, stationed in Fort Hood. There was a lot of going to the hospital, missing a lot of school, and as a child, it's scary because you don't know if they're going to find out something bad. They're trying to see what's causing the issues, and they've never been able to really figure my ear out. But that was kind of my aha moment when when I made the bat suit of I would, instead of it collecting dust in the corner of the room, what can I do to do good with the suit and actually, give back to the community. And so I originally started at Mercy Hospital, and I have done a few years there, and I still stop in every once in a while at Mercy if they have if they have a kid in there that's a special request, and so I'll make the arrangements with them. But Cox Hospital has been lately has been the one that I have set on a regular weekly schedule, and they'll call me ahead of time, let me know, if they have any kids or not. And so I just kind of stay on call and ready to suit up whenever needed.
It's different when you have a guy who just has a bat suit and they go to like Comic-Con type stuff, and it's just almost like for themselves. But that story is so touching, and it makes it worthwhile why you do what you do. So
yeah.
I have to say hats off and thank you for that.
I say a big thank you. I mean, and it should keep it going. Like you said, Wednesdays, sometimes the extra push that it takes to taking the time to get home after a day of work, fighting crime and all that, to, still just get back out there and know that what you're doing is something great. And that's why I've always loved being friends with Batman, Springfield Batman here, is because you do that, and people see that, people notice that. That's why you got the key to the city. Like we said earlier, nobody just gets that out of thin air. You got to work for that. So the positivity is great. What you push on other people, I would say even an inspiration for some people in Springfield, which is
Absolutely.
great. You've always done great with, helping fundraising, stuff like that, and really utilizing what you've turned it into. So, big round of applause,
Yes,
I will say,
yes,
from us and the city of Springfield and all the people that tune in to the Local Lifestyle Podcast. Thank you for that. I'm sure our paths will cross soon, but kind of wanted to know, Comic-Con, you brought that up.
Yeah.
There's
Have you ever done anything like that, I guess? Is my question.
I've been to one Comic-Con it was in Branson.
okay. Yeah, they do that.
Yeah, I think Vision Con or
something like that.
And then I think they moved it to Springfield, but I haven't made it back to go to it. But it's definitely interesting to go with those and seeing a lot of people, dressing up in suits and costumes and all that. And
So does Batman, do you have other superhero friends like around? Do you superheroes get together and play poker on like a Friday night?
Yeah.
I know a couple people out there that dress up and do charity things as well. We don't really hang out. I'm more of a loner. So
Such as Batman.
Yeah,
It just all makes sense.
I've tried going in groups to things, and it's just I don't know. I'm a little reclusive.
When you come in, you're like, "Oh, how's it going, everyone?" It may be a little intimidating.
For some reason, I just envision like a wine party with all the superheroes. And
Exactly.
Like, who brought the hummus? It's delicious. Just short spurts. Do you ever catch yourself, as when Batman, Bruce Wayne, gets back to normal? Do you ever find yourself out, secret identity out there and just at the grocery store? Do you ever catch yourself just using the voice?
Usually I've got to be in the suit to do it, but
It'd be kind of weird if it wasn't.
yeah,
Right?
there's sometimes I may put a little, if I'm checking out and I realize I may do the bad voice and then I just sound like a creepy person and I'm just like, okay, that didn't sound right.
And one more question. There's a new Batman coming out
Yes. What are your thoughts on that?
with Robert Pattinson.
Yeah, I think, I actually think that it's going to turn out good. I don't know if I should be allowed to say that, I'm a Robert Pattinson fan, from Twilight and stuff when I was a little younger. But wait, are you guys sharing this with people?
No, we stopped recording.
Okay, good. You might want to delete that part.
Or else. Right. We can make sure you get that out in post, okay? He does not like Robert Pattinson in Twilight.
I've never watched Twilight in my life.
Right. But in Batman, he looks like it might turn out well,
Do you have what's a favorite hobby of yours, Batman? What does Batman like to do on his free time?
Cave spelunking.
Cave spelunking. I've always wanted to do it. I mean, why not jump into a perfectly good hole in the ground?
Exactly. Why would you not do that?
With bats, of course.
Well, yeah, I mean, bats. I'm not afraid of bats. I'm afraid of ghosts.
Speaking of bats and caves, little Ghostbusters. I heard from a little birdie that Batman used to have his bat cave in one of the TLC properties.
I did.
How was that for you?
Well, I love TLC properties and used to work with you guys back in the day.
Oh, wow.
Little history. I bet you didn't know that one.
No. Batman or Bruce Wayne?
Yeah. Bruce Wayne.
Bruce Wayne. Okay.
Yeah. We didn't know it was over there. Every once in a while, sometimes we'd be like, why is the Batmobile out and around? But, it's awesome that Batman supports TLC properties.
Yes.
We can get that.
You heard it here first.
And Batman, I just want to say thank you very much for taking the time to make it out here today. I know you got a busy schedule. We're going to let you get back to it, fighting crime.
It was wonderful
and
to hear your
helping.
story, too.
Yeah.
I gotta say, hats off.
Not everybody knows that. So thank you for taking the time out of your day, fighting crime, and getting out here and doing episode 30 with the Local Lifestyle Podcast and TLC Properties. Sir Lancelot, my co-host.
Yes, sir.
My name is Cuervo. And, of course, a big round of applause for Springfield Batman making it out here. Batman, thank you. We'll let you go back and fight crime now. Thank you so much. Until we meet again, thank you. All right, guys, Local Lifestyle Podcast brought to you by TLC Properties. Episode 30, check it out.